Yeah.
Go ahead.
Trying to sell this phone
I do understand what's going on. They like a, you know, big, huge puppet. You get more.
I'm not a buyer, but
I found it on the road, I don't know where it came from.
oh, then that's especially not for me then. Yeah, so someone can easily cancel that phone. So you should use it for yourself until somebody cancels it.
It's people, the last resort.
Cancel, but I need money, I need $5.
Hey guys, LBJ Gaming here. I was going to that, I don't know if you saw that original, no not original, that's a Saint Society Vincent de Paul or whatever. Oh, the little Salvadorian guy, he's so sad, you know. He knows what I'm looking for, but he's always, every time I go there, it's always nothing. You know, Value Village up here, which usually overprices their crap, except for that time he saw me with Morrowind and Baldur's Gate. You know, getting all the goodies, as well as that independent thrift store who's not too far away. Here also gets it too. It's weird. Can't feel bad for the guy, but hey, he's making money off of other stuff, so he shouldn't be too worried. But for me, you know, he probably has the best prices in general. He'll let me have like games that he would sell for $5 for like half of the price. But you know, we'll see what's in this shitstorm. Probably I won't get any footage of it because it's already embarrassing enough to have a shit value, but we'll see. Hey guys, LPJ Gaming here. Today is, I think, the 20th, 21st. Anyways, it's like nearly the end of April. Wow. Time flies really fast. And you may have noticed this video was originally supposed to be very, very short. And it is. Like, this just stuff right here was originally going to be my only finds, and I was going to say, screw it, that's just going to have to be an episode. But then all of this came in unexpectedly. Like, it was so unexpected. I did not have my iPod Touch on me. Now that my iPhone was ready for it. That's how unexpected it was. So, let's start with what originally we were going to just look at. So I went to that pawn shop, you know, the typical pawn shop I usually go to. If you remember Driver San Francisco, I had to look at it more closely, and there was a crack on the, I don't know if you can see it well enough, but it's along the, what I could say is the detection if it's a real game or not. So it does not impacting the data, but I do see like a little, you can see that. I don't know if that's going to affect gameplay, I'm not sure. Originally he was going to exchange it for Modern Warfare 3. He gave me that, but he said he's just going to throw this out, so he just gave it to me. So, okay. You know, why not take a risk? So, technically I got a free game out of that one. Modern Warfare 3, which, you know, isn't the best thing, but that was what he's willing to exchange. Because, you know, some of the games he wanted $5 for it. You know, he gave me the $3 deal. Well, 4 for $10, basically. So, and he says he wouldn't mind getting rid of that. What else do we have? Sorry, I just got up. It's like, you can see 11:16 a.m. Yeah, it is spring break, so I decided to sleep in. Now we have Splinter Cell Double Agent, which is another game I've always wanted to try. Also, I want to try Splinter Cell Blacklist. No manual, but whatever. $3, I'll do it. Splinter Cell Double Agent. I also want to try Conviction as well. I don't have that anymore. We got the best out of the pawn shop was Disney Epic Mickey 2. Its value's still in the teens. It's in good shape, but I don't know what I'll do with this. Basically, I have a stash of, you know, if you've seen last week, I have a stash of games. I don't know if I'll play or I'll do a very, very quick play of them, but that won't be uploaded since it's a 360 game. And then, you know, that little stash is my emergency cash type. Emergency cash, so if I ever need some cash, I can just flip those and I'll have cash like that. And here, this is a very interesting story. I don't know how to put it this way. These are all sealed. Yeah, shit you not, they're all sealed. So here's the story. Parents know someone who works at Electronic Arts, and that you know, we've helped him a lot, and this is his way of saying thank you. It's like, it's nothing new. It's nothing like, oh my God, Star Wars Battlefront, or he gave me a, you know, a game that hasn't been released yet as an early release. So it should be fine if I just show this stuff, because it's pretty much all last generation stuff and some weird stuff here. So it's a sealed Harry Potter: The Order of Phoenix. This is in French, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I might just, like, since there's, like, it's PC, it's French. I don't know if it's region locked. Neither I don't understand French. I might just donate it somewhere. Here's something pretty interesting. Yes, I do have a PC, but I don't mainly game on PC just because I don't have the time. Like, you already see me. Yes, I may have that set up, but you know, it's just something. All I have to do is click record. That's it, and I don't have to worry about drivers or any graphic errors, all that other stuff. Like, I know I'm just very quick. Like, I'm already, you know, like, skipping some of the Burnout games, or like, you know, cutting them short because I get bored of them easily. I wouldn't say I have a low, what do they call it? What do they call them again? A low attention span or anything. It's just, you know, I want to be interested in games, and you know, Burnout just isn't able to do that well. Well, here's something interesting. It's called Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the EA Crew Edition, which is 7 exclusive cars only for EA employees. You know, that could actually get me some money. I don't know. Which basically is the SLR McLaren 722, the Maserati Quattro Sport, the Corvette Z06, the Reventon, the 16.4, the DBS, and the Audi R8 5.2 FSI. But I thought now, since it's so late into the game, I think I'm not sure. I think they are already drivable in the game, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna look this up. I don't know if there is anything like this, and if it is, if there is, and if it sells for a lot, I might flip this one because I have no use for it. I don't really have any use for it, but anyways, we'll see what happens with that. And a sealed Fight Night Champion. This looks pretty interesting, you know. Always, you know, had some interest for some fighting games, but not really exactly for me. And then we got Grand Slam Tennis 2 sealed, SSX sealed, and a PAL version of Forza Horizon. It's sealed, but yet that you can hear that the disc is moving. I don't know if it's just settled or anything, but either way, I looked it up. It's playable on an North American Xbox 360. And here's the best out of everything: a sealed Mass Effect 3 trilogy. This is purchased from the EA experience, but even if you resell it now, it's not gonna get that much. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. All these games sealed. All this I'm gonna keep. This one is questionable. This one for sure. I'm probably gonna donate because it's in French and it's PC. It's Harry Potter. I have no use for it. Okay. Now here's the best. This was like the most unexpected. You know, I sometimes help at the Sometimes I help at the independent thrift store I usually go to, and I got some VHS tapes, and it's like, hey, Josh, could you bring this to Value Village? Because there's like a Value Village a few blocks away. I donated those VHS tapes. I was like, screw it, might as well just go in and see if there's anything. And, you know, at first there's a PS2 Slim in a box for $34.99. That's a pretty good deal, despite that Value Village being a pain in the ass when it comes to prices. And then I see this, I was like, holy shit. And I'm like, it's $4.99. It's not SUIKODEN 1 or 2, but SUIKODEN 3, and especially in the condition it is, pretty good. Like, there's some few like scratches along the edges, but it's complete. $4.99. I paid $5.60 after taxes. Thing goes about for $20 US, about 20 US. 20. Then after that, with the exchange, it'd be all closer to 30. So that's definitely worth a pickup. I'm definitely keeping this. This could also be possibly an emergency flip title because, you know, I'm not a big fan of RPGs. But there's something interesting, you know. Finally, that Value Village. It's funny. The last few weeks. Well, last week you saw me with Baldur's Gate and all the other stuff. You know, after that, prior to that, every week I went to that Value Village, it would always be a crap house. And now I'm striking gems left and right at that Value Village. Pretty much I paid like $10 for everything. It was all that sealed 360 games for free. $10 for everything. That's absolutely amazing. You know, like getting that was pretty much it. This was the last thing I expected to happen. Like it was originally this, then it's like okay, and I'm like what? But yeah, it's just amazing what you can find out there in the wild, and if you know the right people, who knows what they might bring to you. That's it, guys, and yeah, my battery's about to die, and we'll see you later.